Okay, today we will be installing this Can-Am trailer hitch on my Can-Am Spyder RT 2020 Limited. I've already taken the plastic covers off the axle. They're already off. All you do is prop them off with a screwdriver. Not a big deal. Fairly easy. I did notice that it came with 2 mud flaps. So I'm guessing since this one mud flap has a little cut out of it, I have to remove the other one. So I'm looking into doing that right now, but first I want to test fit this and see if I need to remove the other one. So I'm going to set the camera over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Maybe if I can get it propped up here. Okay. And let's see what we got. So here's the hitch. Bad knees, so bear with me. And this looks like it'd slide right on. So I'm not sure why they thought that I needed a different cover, although it does look like it's pretty close. And the other thing is, you got to figure out what I got to do with the emergency brake or parking brake. I keep saying emergency brake. Parking brake cable. This looks like it should slide right on over. Huh. Okay. Let's get in there a little closer. Hopefully I'm not blocking the camera shot. They didn't say I needed to remove anything. It sure does look like I need to remove that brake cable or adjust it or something. This one's sliding on fairly easy. This one seems like it's getting caught on something. Yeah, it's getting caught on those cables. So I gotta figure out what I gotta do with the cables to reroute them. It looks like it's just on there, stick-on clip. So here, I'll just show you what I'm talking about. You can see right there, that cable right here is kind of in the way. Now, I don't know what it's on there with. I really can't tell, but I'm guessing I have to move that, but because this looks like this slides up in at least to there. And if that's the case, I would think that almost hit that. Well, we could measure. We'll keep trying. Okay, hopefully you guys can still see what I'm doing here. There's that side is on. Now I need to find out how to get this side on. not want to get in there right, does it? It's almost, it's just like it's bent or something a little. Try getting that on first. There we go. Now this one's low. It's like if you get one on, and the other side's low. There. I think I have to take a bolt off of there first. Then it'll slide right over like that. There we go. That's on. And I don't need to use their cutoff. I don't need to use their cutoff mud flap because this fits it without having to cut that mud flap away. The question is, what did it do to this cable? Because that cable's now feels like it's a little pinched. Well, I guess it isn't. Where's my screwdriver? There. It's not pinched anymore. Okay. So now I'm going to take it off just to see if I need to remove the nut on the other side of this, or if this will slide all the way through. I should have checked that before. I didn't. So I'm kind of learning as I go. So let's take it back off. Easier said than done because now the cables are around it. There we go. So I've pulled it back off. Set it down here. And let's just see. Does this go all the way? Yes, it does go all the way through. So once I get that back on, then I'll take this piece. Hopefully you guys can see this. And this goes all the way through the center of the axle, right through here. And we'll push that through. It'll come out the other end. Seems pretty simple installation. Came with a bunch of wire ties and clips for the wire assembly. Hopefully we'll be able to get this buttoned up pretty quick. Let me plug the phone in so I don't run out of battery. This isn't a professional video, as you can see, but I noticed there were no videos online about putting this particular hitch on. The only one that was online were aftermarket ones. So I wanted to show how an OEM one would go on in case somebody else wants to try putting this on, which seems pretty easy so far. We'll see how it goes. Let's see if we can get it back on now. Remember, put the brake side on first. Seems to be the easiest way to go. There we go. And it should slide right into place. Yep. Okay. Get that cable up out of there. Just pinches it just a little bit. Take a screwdriver, just slide it over, and just make sure that that's not pinched. There, that's not pinched. Okay. Now we should be able to slide this through. Let's see what we got in the bag here. Oh, that was the trunk lid that everybody knows how the shocks go on them. Moto member has got the shocks in this past week. I'll be going back up to have the new shocks put on the rear deck lid and the I wonder what the rivets are for. That's interesting. Didn't say anything about rivets. Guess I might have to look up those directions. We'll see. You're going to have both shocks in for me for the rear trunk lid and the seat to get into the gas tank. They're supposed to have them in this past week. So Friday I'm going to be taking this up to them and having them install those. But I think for now, gold in there. We just need to get that slide in. Let's see what we got over here. Yeah, I don't know what the rivets are for. As you can see, there's some sheet metal rivets in here. Maybe to put the little mud flap on with, I'm guessing. I don't know where else they would go. Once you got this big bolt through there, it's really not going to go anywhere. Let's see what we got here. I cannot see through the other end of that, but that doesn't surprise me because I might have it pushed in too far. Let's grab a shop light and take a look. Notice when Pierre did this, he jacked it up on a sort of jack. So let's just see if we can do it without having to jack it up. Put our little carburetor through here. Yep, light's coming through. So that's all the way through. Get this in there. Have to shimmy it a little. Of a mallet, force it, give it a little help. The mallet's missing. That's not good. Oh, there it is. Mallet to it. Let's see if we can get this through there. I'm not really forcing it, I'm just giving it a little help. Over to the other side now, so we're gonna have to wiggle this a little bit. Get it to come through. Situated here. It's hitting something. Problem is, with the muffler there, you really can't see in there. You're kind of doing it by feel. That seems like it's a little cockeyed. That seems straight there. There it goes. It should start coming out this other end. I'm only going to put it out a little bit just because I want to make sure I get this lock nut on there. And there's really not very much space. I'll show you what I mean. As you can see, the end's coming right out of there. You see the ends of the threads there? Just coming out the tip. Right, let's see. Point to the screwdriver. See it right there? So you don't have, there's maybe 1.5 inches in there clearance to get in there, so I don't want to put it all the way through until I get the nut in there. Let's see what we got here. The nut, as you can see, it's got this little cotter pin spot going through it. And then the question becomes, does that go inward or outward? It's a good question. would think. Can't go inward because, well, there might be a hole on that other end. Let's see here. So take your 2 fingers and try to get it on there. That cotter pin not on there. Oh, I dropped it. I figured that. I'm wondering, is there a hole? Yeah, pulling that out now, it's going to be next to impossible. There are threads on this, though. There are threads, even on the slot side. So I'm guessing that is how it goes, and then there's a hole on that end, and you run that cotter pin through that hole. Now on the one yeah, I got 2 washers here too I should have put on. So let me try to pull that back out, which probably isn't going to be easy, but I'll do it the right way. Got bad knee, so it's a little hard for me to get up. Normal. Try to see if we can pull that back out. I was afraid of. Once you get it in there, it's not going to want to come out very easy. Not easy at all. I have to strip this too. This way. That ain't moving at all. Should have put a little grease on that first, maybe. There it goes. There it goes. There. Now, let's see what we got on the end of this. Yeah, see, there is a hole on the end of that. So, you can see that. You can see there's a little hole in the end of that. That's where that cotter pin's got to go through. So this time we're going to put the nut on first, or the washer, I mean. Now the washer's on. And we're going to drive that back through. Uh-oh, I got company.
No, put the garbage out.
I'm always putting the garbage out.
Garbage from our bedroom.
You're on camera. I don't want to go all the way in with that again because, like I said, we're going to have to get this nut on. So, let's see what we got here. Another washer, another nut. What size wrench we need? Big enough wrench. Oh, there we go. 3/4. You'll need a 3/4 inch. Figure that out. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm not coming out this other side again yet. We gotta give it a little bit more tap. Oh, what am I doing? Socket too. Let's see. That won't work. Lock right up. Said, you don't have much room in between this muffler and the other side, so you don't want to tap that all the way through. You just want to tap it a little bit so you can start to see the threads. I'll show you what I mean again. Oops, camera got a little wonky. Okay. You can see the threads coming out the end right there, just a little bit. I'm gonna hang the oh, camera's flopping around on me here. Hang on, technical difficulties. Okay. You see that? That's it right there. You see how I just got the threads out of there just a little bit, not far. I'm gonna try to reach in there and put the washer on it. And then the nut, I just wanna reach through and kind of hold it in place while I drive the rest of the bolt through. Oh, that did not work. As you can see, no mechanic here. I do a lot of the stuff myself. Trial and error. Got it. Easier had I brought needle nose over with me, but that's okay. We'll get it one way or another. Let's try it with these channel locks just to hold it in place. There, got it on. Now we just gotta maybe not. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. Trying to hand tighten that. Doesn't seem to be doing squat though. Maybe it's supposed to be the other way. Wouldn't think so, but... Where's that hole? You know? Maybe it's supposed to go on the other way. And now, of course, let's try sliding that back out a little bit. Let's try it this way this time. Maybe that hole comes through enough. I don't have any fancy production editing stuff either. Edit all these screw ups out, so bear with me. There we go. We got it on now. Let's see here. Okay. Put that on there. Now we're just gonna going the right way? No, we're not. We're going the wrong way, I think. Yep. It's easier to do with your left hand in here because it's such a tight squeeze. Enough of the threads out now. Shit. Dropped it. There we go. Now she's on. Okay. Let's try this again. That's one of the fun things about owning a Spyder is there's a lot of the stuff you can do yourself. For instance, I've put on a lot of the wires from Trick LED, the lighting, I should say, not wires. Well, I mean, they are wires, but all the different lighting elements on the bike I put on myself. My wife thought I was nuts when I had the bike all tore apart. My son thought I wrecked the bike because he said, "What did you do?" Really, it was just me putting the lights on. Let's see what we got here. There's that hole. You can see the hole go by. The cotter pin. Just using a torque wrench just because it's the one thing I had that fit my big 3/4 inch sockets. My other ratchet, for some reason, seems broken. So you use what you got. Seems like it's turning forever here. Push it back through. Well, it seems like it. Huh. Not quite sure what's going on here with this.